Hi there, welcome to the Millennialsphere. Thank you for subscribing. We have a small family of young professionals, 100 people. That is a full room waiting to hear about how to navigate the career. So welcome to this platform where you will also meet ambitious young professionals who are sharing their experiences through the podcast. I am your host, Claire Rudo, and for today I'm jumping into an exciting arena. It's a most frequently asked question, and I thought I would share my little secret, which is a methodology. I have seen a lot of videos that outline how to answer the question, and it gets honestly a little bit boring if everyone starts answering the question in the same way. But this is a methodology that can help you whether you are engaging into a junior, middle management or senior management role. And the big question is, tell us about yourself. I believe in what I'm going to share with you is how to map out your professional branding. It's a 3x3 matrix that focuses on 3 major things, splits it into 3, and you can always cherry pick what works for that specific situation. So we will jump right into it. And really, what makes it a special methodology is that you have in one of the pillars a unique selling point that really fits to you and the company. And I find that one aspect that is usually not spoken about is the team or function that you will be joining, because most of the time I realize that a company can have its culture, but the team, location, function that you might join might have a completely different way of doing things. So when you are selling yourself in the next months to come or days to come, what you need to ensure is that you are not just selling yourself to the company, but you are also selling yourself to the team, to the function. And what I really love about any process where you are going into an interview is that my biggest takeaway is you are in charge. You are the owner of your project, and it's not just the company or the team that is evaluating you. You are also evaluating them. So this is a methodology that helps you as well to evaluate the company, the function or the team or the location that you will be orienting yourself in. So the power is in your hands, and this 3x3 mapping is really for me the foundation of your professional brand, and it's not linked to just one area. It's something that you can carry on and always evolve and adapt. So let's get right into it. I am absolutely excited to share this because it is something that I love to do in, let's say, twice in a year, to refine it and always ensure that my professional brand is always up to date and is always being refined and fine-tuned, and to make sure that I'm in my tippy toes and the owner and CEO of the process. So my career is in my hands, and when I'm going into an interview, I'm not just waiting for them to evaluate me, I am evaluating them. So how do you answer the question, tell us about yourself? Here is a little trick. I find that if you need to answer this question, there are 3 areas that you need to dig into and cherry pick. Then I will show you that. The first is your hard competencies, your hard capabilities, which are divided into 3 parts. One is your educational background. If you are a junior, I would focus onto this. And as you go into the middle seniority arena, I would focus more onto the add-on programs or anything that you're doing on top as professional courses or professional networks that you are engaged in. These are hard competencies that you are gaining. And the more senior you are, I'll focus into your projects, your strategic projects, and your team setup to really show your competencies in these 3 areas, depending on the level that you are in. So let's break it down. The first one really is, if you have to tell somebody about yourself, you want to show the very minimal basis first, which is your hard competencies. This is either your education, your courses, your strategic projects, or the team structures that you have navigated and led, the organization that you have led. And that's the first one. And if we are to go into the second pillar, the second pillar is your soft skill capability, which is huge. The higher up the ladder you are. So if you are not looking for junior positions, I would really emphasize on this area, which is really divided into 3 parts as well. Communication, which is huge and can be also used on junior levels to tell more about yourself in this arena. Maturity level, your leadership style. So you want to show a balance. I think the minimal tell us about yourself should definitely always be showing your hard competencies, your soft capabilities, soft skills capabilities. But I have a third magic one, and the magic pillar is your USP, your selling point. I call this a USP, and it really is I feel, what sets the foundation for you to find out, are you a great fit? And it really sells you as a person. It is also divided into 3 parts. It is your values, your personality. You want that to shine when you tell people about yourself, because that is unique. Everybody nowadays has the bare minimum hard competencies, even the soft skills. But what you really want to balance that out with is the unique selling point, and really make sure it's merging well into what you are interviewing for. Let's go through those 3 pillars. 1 is the values, your personality. 2nd is your network circles. The more mature you are, the more stronger your network circles are in your industry or in any area that you navigate in. This is something that you bring with you, your network circles. And if you're in a more senior position, you also want to bring out your mindset. Your network circle is even stronger here because you are a more seasoned professional with a huge network. And that is something that you can show. Your mindset, your personality comes out in your experiences, your background, and you want that to really come together. And so what I really call the 3x3 professional branding matrix is something that I strongly believe that you can use when you need to tell about yourself, to map how do you tell about yourself in that specific company. And let's go into that cherry picking. You can always cherry pick which ones you use when you are going into your specific interviews or practicing that question, tell us about yourself. You want to be sure that you're tailoring the answer every time, depending on where you are in your career. So let me show you 3 examples of that cherry picking example. So if you are, for example, interviewing you're fresh out of college, fresh out of university, or fresh with your master's with no experience. You want to cherry pick the education when it comes to the hard skills part. So dive into your education, and on the soft skill part, go into how your education or how certain experiences or your background have managed to give you a holistic personality, or to show your values, to give real life examples of how these cherry-picked things come together. Your education, which is a hard skill, communication, which is a soft skill. It could be any soft skill that you need for that specific job. And going into the third, you want to show the unique selling point, which could be your value, your passion, your drive, and give a real life example, and mostly give something that happened very recently. And we have a lot of examples. I will show you one example, and you can tailor it to yourself if you are going into an interview for junior positions. So here it is. It will come out in 3, 2, 1. Here's an example. And you will see the cherry-picked part of the matrix. You see there the education. You see the soft skill there. And you see the unique selling point. And it's a real-life example. Killer. And it should be something that connects to the company, to the team, to the function, or the location that you are going in. And I will show you how you can use that unique selling point to fit in those different dimensions. I'll show you right now on the screen another example for a specific location and company. Industry. Great. And now let's go look into an example for a middle management, or a very middle ranked associate job. So not an entry level, but a seasoned professional in this case. Could be handling a smaller team. And here your education is already something they see it in the CV, and this level they're really looking at soft skills, and you want to emphasize on that. You want to emphasize on your maturity as a professional, and you want a unique selling point that is fitting to the team that you might be managing in the future, or the location that you'll be navigating in, or the type of responsibility that you have. So here, I would not cherry pick the education as a hard skill. I'd more look into how you have built yourself up to become that higher ranked professional. So here's another example. And you see the different cherry picking. This is something I feel you can always use and tailor it to the specific scenarios that you have, and you are really taking ownership of that and tailoring it that it shows your unique selling point. Tell us about yourself. You want to sell that unique part, because that's the you part. That is what will get you into that. There's so many people that you have, sometimes over hundreds and thousands, especially now people applying. So you want to be sure that your answer has a structure to it and is well put out. You have done your homework, and now you are really minimizing that answer to that little bit unique selling point, and the walla walla, which is the hard competencies and the soft competencies, which should be a given for whatever level that you are going into. Now let's go into a senior one. Here you're really looking into the leadership. You're looking into the maturity, of course, and you're looking into more strategic projects or more strategic team leadership style that you want to emphasize on the hard skill part, and on the soft skill part you want to emphasize on leadership styles, on real life examples, on real life successes, and you want to emphasize on a unique selling point, which could be your network circle. So here's another example of how you can say more about yourself and sell yourself to that specific scenario. So there's another example that shows you that in summary. So wait for it, and I will show you quickly the 3x3 matrix on how to answer the question, tell us about yourself. It is a 3x3 matrix that breaks it down into 3 components: the hard skill, the soft skill, and your unique selling point. And this is divided again into 3 parts, and you can always cherry pick which one makes sense. And don't forget, you are in charge and you are driving the process, and you want to be sure that you have picked the right cherries and put them together to make whatever it is that you need to make and tell that story that you want to tell about yourself. You got this. You got this, and you can use this in any scenario. And the goal is that you have that perfect match on not just the company, but also the other dynamic, which is the function, the team, or whatever it is project that you will be leading. You want to be sure that you have hit the sweet spot. That you have hit the sweet spot, and that you have packaged your answer in a perfect way. Thank you for watching this. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to know when videos will come out, don't forget to press the bell button. Thank you for watching. I'm Claire Rudo, your host, and this is the Millennialsphere, the diary for young professionals. Looking forward to see more of you. Have a good one.